well. I'm involved at work in the strategic plan at work has a well-being component, and I'm very interested in well-being. I think you know that
Mm,
a long time ago, Ellen Anderson and I wrote a book on complementary therapies, and
hmm
I have an active yoga practice. I mean, I'm in a meditation practice and things
mm,
around well-being that those are more around personal well-being. But then
yeah,
there are all these models for workplace well-being, and it's um it's a world that we live in that needs it. And a lot of people could access it through work as opposed to through their personal things. So I
hmm
am quite curious about, can we create well-being at work? Can we build a culture of well-being?
mm,
And are there things that we can do um, to enhance well-being in through the workplace? So
right.
that's something I'm quite interested in. I was at a conference in India um, in October, and I had an opportunity to speak about that.
Mm,
And it's just something that I'm really quite keen to learn more about and figure out how to do. Um,
mm,
Now
beautiful.
the conference was held at a uh, in a community where they practice heartfulness meditation, and
Okay.
that's a meditation that I think has some really interesting neuroscience questions to ask.
Okay.
And so linking heart and brain, so looking
hmm
at heart rate variability and
Sure.
possibly looking at imaging. So I'm kind of curious to figure out some of the mechanistic questions around some of these energy-based
Mm,
therapies because they're
hmm
harder to measure. I've always been kind of curious about that. And
Yeah.
I studied motor imagery, and I've done some work in imaging, and maybe I can come back to some of those
hmm
things
hmm
and maybe look at some of the physiological mechanisms underlying some of these
hmm
meditation practices. Heartfulness in particular, other things have been studied a lot more.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious about that, and I think that that would
hmm
be fun to do.